Welcome to Gazelles Softball on Yankton streaming on YouTube. Brought to you by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. This broadcast is made possible by the following Sportscaster Club members: Midwest Insurance Agency, Murph's Appliance, Yankton Thrive, Stockman's Motorsports, Les Schwab Tires, Linda's Angel Crossing, MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency, Vichet, Elwood Dental, Floortech Restoration, Angela's Mexican Store, Yankton Rexall, KFC Taco Bell, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, America's Best Realty, Larson Carpet, Anytime Fitness, King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, Yankton Medical Clinic, All Seasons Power Sports, Kaiser Heating and Cooling, JR's Oasis, Intech Cleaning and Restoration, The Bone Setter, Triple Time Rudy's, Meridian Photo, Graham Tire, Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, Kalen's Indoor Comfort, H&H Roofing, Boss's Pizza and Chicken, Wall of Fame, and Ravin Books. Now, for the Anytime Fitness pregame show with the voice of Yankton Athletics, Zach Spear.
Play ball! Hello and welcome to Cadwell Park for the Yankton Gazelles and Spearfish Spartans matchup. I appreciate you being patient here, as early in the morning, no power at the field, so couldn't quite go live in time, and right before I was going to go live then, we had a power cycle at the field and lost my internet for the time being. So if for any reason this stream just randomly stops abruptly, chances are we lost power on the field. But as of right now, we are live, we are ready to roll, and ready for some more softball action here at Cadwell Park in Mitchell, South Dakota. As first up, it is the Spearfish Spartans and the Yankton Gazelles. All Yankton athletics are presented by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey, with 2 locations downtown and North Broadway, Yankton. This is your Anytime Fitness of Yankton pregame show. Anytime Fitness of Yankton. Let's make healthy happen. Coming into this one, the Spearfish Spartans currently at a 2-10 record on the season. Yankton at 5-9, as we'll take a look at the numbers and where that puts them. Yankton, as of right now, is in a 3-way tie for 10th in AA. And so, probably feeling like some big games coming up here for Yankton, including Sturgis Brown, who's right below them. And they'll take on Sturgis Brown here after this one. So Spearfish coming up, probably 15 minutes away from first pitch here. Then we'll have JV coverage between Yankton and Sturgis Brown, and then varsity coverage of Yankton and Sturgis Brown. Spearfish currently holding the 14th spot in AA, and their season so far for the Spartans, they are putting up 5.8 runs per game, while allowing just over 10 runs per game. For the Yankton Gazelles, on the season, they're putting up 8.5 runs per game, and they give up the same exact amount of runs as Spearfish on the season so far, with 10.1 runs per game. The difference is in the team's offense as it looks to open, as Yankton putting up a few more runs per game than the Spartans, as a couple of young teams. Of course, Yankton only with 3 seniors on their squad, and they were very happy to get back Kyra Churchma. As just looking over the Spartans lineup, we see 3 seniors in Olivia Lyons, Chloe Wiswell, and Abigail Fireeisen. And for the Gazelles, it is Kyra Churchma, Madison Musfelt, and Eliza Gurney as the senior leaders on this team. And no coach interviews here during this pregame show. It's been a while since we've had to run a pregame show without any coach interviews. But either way, we will get to it. First pitch slated for 10:30 here on the field as Yankton looking to wrap up the weekend with a couple of victories, as last night they were in action. They took on Rapid City Stevens in a high-scoring affair. That one ended up being 16-6, and it was over in 6 innings. For Spearfish, last in action yesterday, twice they played. They opened up their day against Brookings in a loss, 5-16, and then they took on Watertown and got their second win of the season over the Arrows, with their final score being 9-2. Again, entering this game, Spearfish at 2-10 on the season, Yankton 5-9 on the year, and as far as go-bound schedule, it shows the Gazelles should be the home team technically in this game. We'll see if that is how it is here on the field or not. Either way, we are getting close to our first pitch here, and we will step aside for a moment. When we return, we continue on with the Anytime Fitness of Yankton pregame show and more stats on that last game in which we saw the Yankton Gazelles.
Stunning flowers from Pied Piper are the finishing touch on your most perfect wedding day. We are your full-service florist with the experience and knowledge to design the perfect wedding flowers, sure to make all your wedding flower dreams come true. Brides, bridesmaids, boutonnieres, corsages, ceremony reception, and all event work are our specialty. Your style, your day, your vision. Pied Piper Flowers makes it happen. Pied Piper Flowers, your wedding florist.
Hi, it's Linda. Welcome to my store located at 1101 Broadway in Yankton. The spring and summer clothes are in for the ladies, sizes 4 through 20. Update your closet with the newest fashions and some jewelry. The kids department, sizes 2 to 8, has Under Armour and Mayoro and others. I have baptism gowns and baby clothes 0 to 24 months. Stop in and look around. Gift certificates are available anytime.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family. We have an experienced and caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments. We take pride in educating our patients. Whether you need fillings, crowns or bridges, dental implants, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox, come visit us at 1818 Broadway Avenue. And remember, we take care of the entire family.
Hi, I'm Franny Kiefer with the Yankton School District Alumni Association. We strive to create a community of alumni and friends who support extracurricular and educational opportunities in the Yankton School District. Through scholarships, grants, innovative education opportunities, and staff appreciation. With us, you will keep connected to a community of Yankton School District alumni and friends all over. You can help continue to pay it forward and help future graduates. Register today at the Yankton School District Alumni Association website.
Yankton Rexall in the Meridian District, Yankton, for all your gifts and decor needs. It's the only place in town to find both Hallmark ornaments and cards for any occasion. They also have Willow Tree and Precious Moments collectibles, the perfect anniversary and wedding gifts, nativity scenes, Watkins products, and single $1 chocolates. The Yankton Rexall Pharmacy for all your prescription needs. Yankton Rexall at the corner of 3rd and Douglas, downtown Yankton.
What does FloorTech do? When disaster strikes, water damage, mold growth, or fire cleanup, call the team you can trust. FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration. They respond fast to protect your home or business and restore it the right way with honesty, integrity, and top-notch service. Their crews proudly serve southeast South Dakota and northeast Nebraska, including Yankton, Mitchell, Norfolk, and Sioux Falls. For 24/7 emergency service, call 800-507-1822. If your home or floor is wet, call FloorTech or visit them at floortechrestoration.com.
And back on the Anytime Fitness of Yankton pregame show as we get closer and closer to our first pitch between the Yankton Gazelles and the Spearfish Spartans. As Yankton, again, was in action last night. It was a high-scoring event. We had 9 runs in the first inning. It was 5-4 after our first inning of action, and your final score ended up being 16-6 here, with the Yankton Gazelles falling to the Rapid City Stevens Raiders. And that's where they've got their 5-9 record on the season. In that game, their final stats, Callie Koletsky 0 for 4 at the plate. Ava Gerard was 1 for 4 with a double. Jocelyn Burns went 2 for 4 off of 2 singles. Kyra Churchman was a perfect 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a home run. She was our Kaiser Heating and Cooling hot hitter of the game. Eliza Gurney went 1 for 3 with a single. Isabel Sheldon was 0 for 2, but did reach on an error and a walk. Brooklyn King went 1 for 3 with a single. Reese Gary went 1 for 3 with a single. Madison Musfelt was 0 for 2, and September Rao was 0 for 1, reaching on an error. Yankton put up 6 runs off of 9 hits. They had 3 errors in the field and left 5 on base. Again, it was a high score against Rapid City Stevens, and we'll see if we get another fun one here on the field today, as now they take on the Spearfish Spartans, as the Gazelles in their white jersey and pants, trimmed out in red and black for Spearfish. White jersey and pants, but they are trimmed out in burgundy, as the coaches are meeting over home plate with the umpires here, as again, they're probably not going to have a PA for starting lineups or national anthem. So we are going to go ahead with our starting lineups here, brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling of Yankton and Vermilion. For all your heating and cooling needs, it's Larry's Heating and Cooling, anytime, any day. We open with the Spearfish Spartans. They are coached by Bell Lubkin and come into this game with a 2-10 record. Leading things off for them will be their catcher, number 12, Liv Johnson. On deck, the second baseman, number 8, Rosalind Dobson. Batting third at third base, number 27, Olivia Lyons. And hitting cleanup for the Spartans, the first baseman, number 6, Abigail Fireeisen. Batting fifth at shortstop, number 24, it's Venora Carlson. In the circle for the Spartans, 23, it's Taylor Tennant. Batting seventh and in left field here for Spearfish is number 4, Everly Whitlock. The center fielder batting eighth, number 7, Caitlin Lyon. And the right fielder, number 1, Chloe Wiswell. The reserves for the Spartans include Kinsley Carlson, Bailey Storer, Lyric Swanson, and Isla Johnson. For the Yankton Gazelles, leading things off will be the center fielder, Callie Koletsky. She's followed by number 8, the left fielder, Ava Gerard. Batting third at shortstop, number 2 is Jocelyn Burns, and hitting cleanup and back as the catcher, number 23 is Kyra Churchma. At first base, batting fifth, number 12 is September Rao. At second base, batting sixth, number 6, Brooklyn King. At third base, batting seventh, it's number 10, Isabel Sheldon. Batting eighth, the designated player for the Gazelles, number 1, Madison Musfelt. And to round off the batting lineup for Yankton, the right fielder, number 22, it's Eliza Gurney. Reese Gary will also be in the field as she will start pitching as the flex player. Reserves for Yankton are Jordan Kudera, Brooke Devine, Hannah Chrisman, Keely Mosier, Olivia Puck, Brenna Elwood, Isabel Gurney, and Emma Sloan. Again, I believe Yankton should be the home team on the field here to open. And we'll step aside for a moment. We'll wrap up our Anytime Fitness of Yankton pregame show. And when we return, we've got first pitch on the way.
Your local KFC Taco Bell at 2504 Fox Run Parkway in Yankton offers 2 menus combined into one. Something for everyone at KFC Taco Bell. When your family's hungry and can't decide between crispy chicken and mashed potatoes or tacos, burritos, and protein bowls, well, you don't have to choose. Get the best of both worlds in one stop. Cool down with the legendary Baja Blast Freeze or heat things up with a variety of hot sauces. KFC Taco Bell Yankton. Why pick one when you can have both?
Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team specializing in all things heating and cooling, as well as heat and glow gas, wood, and electric fireplaces, humidifiers and dehumidifiers, and all styles of ductless mini-split systems. Whether you are building or remodeling, our team of innovative experts will get you the correct equipment and indoor air quality accessories you need for your home or business. Remember, Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team for all things heating and cooling for the past 77 years. Go Bucks and Gazelles.
Looking for a photo that actually looks like you, but better? At Meridian Photo, we specialize in capturing personality, not just poses. Whether it's headshots, high school seniors, family sessions, or team and individual sports photos, we'll make you look like a legend. We've just landed in the Meridian District of Yankton. Book your session today at meridian-photo.com or give us a call at 605-655-4598. Meridian Photo. Be you. You deserve it.
Looking to buy a home or maybe sell? Trust the name that puts you first. America's Best Realty. From your first showing to the final signature, their expert agents guide you every step of the way. Fast closings, top market value, and real service you can count on. Your dream home, they will find it. Selling fast, they will make it happen. Call America's Best Realty at 605-260-1600. America's Best Realty, because you deserve the best.
Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop. Different color options of hardwood to make matching easy. And convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut.
dive into the delicious all-you-can-eat Asian buffet, featuring mouth-watering Asian cuisine like broccoli beef, General Chicken, sesame chicken, so much more. Or choose from a fresh selection of meats, noodles, rice, vegetables, Asian-inspired sauces, and watch them sizzle on the Mongolian grill. Plus tantalizing desserts, including ice cream. Get your fill at King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, North Broadway, Yankton.
And it's officially game time here on the field as we load up our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard here. And opening at the plate will be Liv Johnson for the Spearfish Spartans with Rosalind Dobson on deck and Olivia Lyons in the hole. Gazelles open in the field with Reese Gary in the circle. It's Kyra Churchma back behind home plate, and that is a great sign for Yankton to have their senior leader back in full action after she missed a couple games, made her return last night, only hitting, but certainly put an impact on that game, going 3 for 3. Our first pitch of the day is fouled off by the catcher, Liv Johnson. Johnson now dribbles it over to third. Sheldon scoops it up, a good throw to first, and we've got our first out of the game. For the first time of the year, we are seeing September Rao over at first base. I believe that is the only first time at a position here in the game. And a 5-3 ground out here to open our game brings up Rosalind Dobson to the plate. Olivia Lyons on deck. First pitch misses, ball one. Dobson sits on the next one, 1-1. It makes the count. Now, Reese Gary, in her last 13 innings of pitching, only 2 total walks. She's been accurate as of late. And the next one, a swing and a miss, 1-2. It makes the count. And that's something I've talked about multiple times with Coach Muth is if you can avoid putting runners on, you force them to earn it, it's certainly going to help you. And as of lately, Reese Gary has done just that. She's now up 1-2 in the count. The off speed, she's got her strike 3. A great open to this one here for this Yankton Gazelles defense. 2 up, 2 down, and it brings up Olivia Lyons to the plate for the Spartans with Abigail Fireeisen on deck. So our game last night started about 55 minutes after original time. Here we're about 5 minutes early, 10:28 on the clock now, 2 outs in. Olivia Lyons, no swing, but it's good for a strike. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 and 0-2. Reese Gary is coming out of the gates firing, and you know, you kind of talk about how it's difficult to pitch one day and then right back to it. Well, your arm's ready to roll right out of the gates, and right now, Gary with a strikeout looking for number 2. The 0-2, it's lofted high up into center field. Koletsky tracks it and pulls it in. It's a 3 up, 3 down inning. Yankton's defense, a great start to this one. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base for the Spartans. When we return, the bottom half of the first inning, Callie Koletsky to lead us off here, with Ava Gerard and Jocelyn Burns to follow.
Weather around here gets pretty crazy. Are you sure the weather hasn't caused damage to your roof? Let Justice at H&H Roofing in Yankton take any roof damage worries away. He'll come and inspect your roof. Even if you've had an inspection, get a second opinion or re-inspection for your peace of mind. H&H Roofing has built their reputation on working to satisfy homeowners for years. Family owned and operated. H&H Roofing is bonded and insured. Contact Justice today.
Do you like to read? I love to read. So does Raven Books, your unique bookstore in Yankton, where you'll find thousands of books from brand new to gently used oldies but goodies, all at unbeatable prices. Trade in your old favorites for credit and be able to explore something new. Whether you're a casual reader or a bookworm, Raven Books is your next chapter, located at 804 Bill Baggs Road. Raven Books, where every book finds a home.
If you're into hunting, fishing, towing, or just want to blaze the trail, All Seasons has ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, and scooters from quality brands like Honda, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Needing watercraft? All Seasons has a large selection of quality boats and wave runners, and we take pride in service after the sale. We have friendly certified technicians that will winterize, summarize, diagnose, and repair your power sports equipment. In business for over 20 years for good reasons. We're All Seasons, Power Sports and Marine in Yankton.
Bottom half of the first inning, no score as Yankton at the plate here. Callie Koletsky to lead things off and looking for a nice bounce-back game here. As again, once she gets on base, she's hard to stop. She has got some wheels, and it's what makes her such a good center fielder. As she fouls that one off into her own maybe ankle and hobbles it off a little bit. She'll be okay is the nice thing, but certainly is going to feel that one. Coach Blaha is going to check in with her leadoff hitter and make sure she's okay. And Koletsky, a little bit of pain here. And again, I think maybe hit her ankle, and I think that maybe is why it's hurting so much. Rather than just the leg, it might have hit right on that ankle. And she's just kind of trying to shake it off here, and that's a painful one. I tell you what, anything that hits a direct bone or joint, it's just going to sting for a bit. And Callie Koletsky is going to step back into the box, and that's a good thing to see. And yesterday we saw Reese Gary talk about toughness, a line drive right back up the middle, hit her, bounce right off her leg, and she said, nope, I'm good to go. And Callie Koletsky is going to do the same exact thing here and stay in at the plate, and that is a great sign for Yankton, a very valuable player, especially on the defensive side of the field. Ava Girard awaits on deck as the leadoff hitter faces a 2-1 count. And now, I believe that sounded like it was called for strike 2. No, it is ball 3. Umpire definitely making some noise for both balls and strikes. Could be a little confusing here. As that one finds the zone, count is now full. As Taylor Tennant working in the circle here for Spearfish. Liv Johnson behind home plate to make up the battery for the Spartans. And Callie Koletsky working against a full count. It comes in, and it misses for ball 4. Koletsky reaches off the walk. And that is exactly what you hope for from your leadoff hitter, with Ava Girard stepping up to the plate. Ava Girard opened up last game with a double. Now she's got a runner on here, no outs. She'll sit on the first one, comes in just a little bit high, and you saw just that little jerk showing Girard thought about swinging there. Held off, and that's the right decision. 1-0 now the count, and again, same situation, holds off, but this time called for strike 1. 1-1 your count there. Koletsky remains at first. It's not uncommon to see her take second. We'll see how the Gazelles play it out here with a 1-1 count and their second hitter on the lineup. Girard, a grounder over to second. It's off of the glove. Girard trying to run it out. She won't. It's out 1, but Koletsky does reach second. So that initial bobble at second by Rosalind Dobson nearly gave Girard an opportunity, but she recovered nicely, gets the out at first, and now Jocelyn Burns at the plate. She's got a runner on second, 1 out she faces. And talk about a hitter who's just been very good as of lately. 2 for 4 last game. The game before that, 3 for 3. 5 combined hits in her last couple of games. Sits on the first pitch. It's a called strike 1 as Taylor Tennant has found the zone here. 0-1 the count here, and now 1-1. Again, though, Burns, it's very common. We've seen her throughout the season that almost every single time she sits on that first called strike, and if it's working as well as it has, you don't change a thing. 1-1 your count. Runner on second, 1 out. Kyra Churchma waits on deck. That one in the dirt, and Koletsky, well aware of it, takes a hefty lead towards third, but heads back to second. Nice job by Liv Johnson behind home plate to keep it in front and keep the runners put. The 2-1 as Burns puts this one into play. It's going to drop into center field, a base hit, and taking off for third and reaching is Callie Koletsky as she pushes the base out of the hole. So the first base hit of the game for Yankton and in the game's entirety belongs to Jocelyn Burns. Kyra Churchman now at the plate with runners on first and third and an out. A great situation here for Yankton, who looks to take the first lead of the game. And Koletsky just straight up pushed that base past the foul line, but was easily safe as Kyra Churchma sits on the first one. A takeoff for second. The throw goes to third. Reaching safely are both the Gazelles, as that was called for a strike. But now your cleanup hitter at the plate in a short field here. And a couple of runners on. A great situation for Yankton. And Churchma gets it into left field. A base hit. Yankton takes the lead. An error in left field will lead to both runners scoring. And Churchma takes off for second. Yankton opens with a 2-0 lead here. So Churchma will be credited with a single. The error in left field will be the result of her reaching second. And it's 2-0. Yankton leads early on. September Rao now at the plate. Couple of more RBIs added on to Churchma's total as September Rao right back up the middle. Another base hit. Churchma's going to be sent home. She's going to score. An RBI single, and Yankton takes an early 3-0 lead. September Rao, another base hit for her season, and it brings up Brooklyn King to the plate. Can hardly keep up on my stat sheet. We've got one out, one runner on. Brooklyn King, another player for Yankton who's just been very good at the plates as of lately, and add another base hit to her season. Rao reaches second. King now on first with the single. It's one pitch, one hit here as of late, and now it brings up Isabel Sheldon to the plate. Gazelles running it quick, making it tricky here on the stream, but a 3-0 lead. They'll certainly take it. 4 base hits already in our opening inning with Isabel Sheldon now at the plate. And the first pitch in the dirt ball one. And Sheldon, I kind of touched on last night how when she's hit the ball, she's hit it hard. And this is a very short field in Mitchell. You know, there's going to be some opportunities to send it out of the field here for these Gazelles. And Sheldon will foul that one off. Out of play it goes. 1-1 your count. It has been a fast and furious bottom half of the first inning here in Mitchell. The pitch comes in, and Sheldon, a hard hit line drive right in the gap up the middle. September Rao will stay put on third. She thought about taking off for home. Bases are juiced with just one out, and Yankton is rolling. Sheldon will pick up the team's 5th base hit of the inning as Madison Musfelt an opportunity to add some RBIs onto her year. Taylor Tennant continues firing in here for the Spartans. Winds up, sends it in. It's in for a called strike one. So now Musfeld's seen one, 0-1 the count as Eliza Gurney awaits on deck. And in the hole already is Callie Koletsky with just one out. Bases loaded for Yankton. And thought about going. Did she hold? No. Or yes. So 1-1. It was the right call to hold off on that swing. Musfelt now faces a 1-1 count. Two balls, one strike. That one in the dirt. Two-1 the count here. One out, bases loaded. Madison Musfelt, the designated player in this one, to open for Yankton. Takes a swing and miss. 2-2. Just a little bit under that one. And looking for a base hit here to score one, possibly a few runs here for the Gazelles. Eliza Gurney remains on deck, patiently awaiting her turn. And that one low in the dirt. We've got a full count. A big pitch coming up here for Taylor Tennant. Nowhere to put the hitter. Bases loaded and just one out. Count is full at 3-2. A payoff pitch from Tennant comes in, and Musfelt will go down swinging. Tennant gets her first strikeout of the game. A much-needed strikeout there for the Spartans defense And now Eliza Gurney will have an opportunity. So Yankton will hit around in their first at-bat of the game. Gurney, no swing. It is good for strike one. Oh, 1 your count here for Gurney. 3 runners on, and Yankton has put up 3 runs, but that one's fouled off, but Gurney making contact. But if the Spartans can keep Yankton at just 3 runs scored, they're probably going to be feeling awfully good about it, as you had bases loaded with 3 runs already scored and just 1 out. If Spartans hold strong, it'll build a little momentum for them heading into the plates. Yankton looking to add runs here with Gurney facing an 0-2 count. Tennant sends it in, and a grounder over to second. It's picked up cleanly, and they will get the relay over to first. And it wraps up our first inning of action. Yankton with 3 runs off of 5 base hits already in the game, and 1 error in the field, 3 left on base. After our first inning of action, it is 3-0. Yankton leads, and at the plates when we return on Yankton streaming on YouTube will be the Spartans.
From simple sniffles to complex health conditions, the primary care providers at Yankton Medical Clinic will not only see you for your annual visits, screenings, and preventative care, but also provides care for the entire family, from pediatrics to adults. With 4 clinic locations and 15 outreach locations throughout South Dakota and Nebraska, compassionate, quality medical care is closer than you think. For more information on providers, services, and locations, visit our website, yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
Top of the second inning here. Abigail Fireeisen here. Leading off for the Spartans, 0-1 the count. Here's on deck is Venora Carlson and Taylor Tennant in the hole. Reese Gary has opened this one with 1 strikeout in that first inning. And it was a 3-up, 3-down inning. This is the cleanup hitter batting for the Spartans and takes a good cut. Misses it. 0-2 now the count she faces. And Reese Gary the advantage in the circle as she's ready to rock. Coach Lubkin, well, coaching up Fireeisen. As Gary will see what she's got in store on the 0-2 and hits the outside, and again, that is a good 0-2 pitch. See if you can get him to chase. If not, you've got a couple more to try. 1-2 now the count. Carlson waits on deck, timing up Gary, who now has a 1-2 count. And it misses ball 2. So Fireeisen now working back in the count here for the Spartans as they're looking for their first base runner here of the game. Gary sends it in and a grounder. It's sent over to Burns. Burns picks it up cleanly, relays it to first, and that is out number 1. Yankton's defense off to a good start here in this one, and it brings up Venora Carlson to the plate. Taylor Tennant on deck. And Yankton 2 games ago against Vermilion, 6 errors. They still ended up winning that one. They cut it back down to only 3 errors in the field last night, which you feel like 3 errors, that's not bad. About 1 every other inning you can live with. If you can cut down even below 3, that's going to be a good day in the field. Carlson sits on the first one. It's a called strike 1. Swing and a miss, and Gary again finds herself up 0-2 in the count. Reese Gary is firing strikes early in this one after a game where she just came off of 6 innings pitched. And that one misses outside, ball 1. Had a little zip on it, but just sent outside. Now count it 1-2. Carlson having to protect the plate here for her team. And a swing and a miss. Gary, another strikeout in the circle. That's number 2 of the game. 2 up, 2 down for the Spartans here. And it brings up Taylor Tennant to the plate, a pitcher's duel, as Tennant was in the circle for her team just a half inning ago. Now you wonder, that one a swing and a miss. The ball did hit the dirt before it hit Churchman's glove if Carlson had ran towards first. Now she didn't, so no hurry for the Gazelles, but could have possibly tried digging it out. Taylor Tennant at the plate. Everly Whitlock, the left fielder, on deck. An absolutely beautiful day at Cadwell Park here for softball, and a swing and a miss there. This is the 8th inning Gary has pitched in about 14 hours' time. 1-1 your count. Make it 1-2. 1-2 your count. 2 outs, no runners on. It's Taylor Tennant working at the plate for the Spartans. Gary will send it in and comes in well high. 2-2. Deuces are wild with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Yankton trying to send it to the dugout, hanging on to their 3-run lead here. And a grounder over to first, and it stays fair. Rao will pick it up and just touches first for out number 3, and that wraps up our first 1.5 innings of action. Yankton leads it 3-0 early on in this one. Coming up, we've got the bottom of the second. Leading off again for the Gazelles will be Callie Koletsky when we return.
Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
Bottom half of the second inning. And leading off will be Callie Koletsky here for the Gazelles. They hold on to a 3-0 lead. All 9 hitters got in on the fun last inning for Yankton, where they put up 3 runs off of 5 base hits. And their defense is held strong as Spartans are still looking for base hit number 1 in the game. And their first runner as well. Koletsky at the plate here. Was walked in her first at bat and starts out with a ball. "1-0 the count here for Koletsky. Ava Gerard awaits on deck, who's 1 for 1. That one in the dirt, and a favorable count early for Koletsky. And Koletsky again fouled one off. It looked like it maybe hit her ankle and was in a little pain, luckily, as we've just kind of seen her running in and out from the field and to the plate. Looks to not be bothering her anymore, as she's now got a 3-0 count and more likely than not a hold count here. And if you can get a base runner with no outs, that is just going to help your team at the plate. The defense has just one more thing to worry about, as Tennant certainly finds a strike zone there. Needed one, and she got one. 3-1 your count. Tennant trying to work back in this count here. Callie Koletsky at the plate trying to get on for her team, and it's inside, ball 4. Koletsky has reached twice now off of a walk, and that's the only 2 walks of the game for Tennant, both Callie Koletsky. And Ava Gerard now at the plate, and that's the thing with Callie Koletsky, you feel like you can get her on base a couple of times, kind of get back into that rhythm. She opened the season really hot at the plate. Maybe the last game or 2 struggled a little bit. You can get on a couple times, and it just builds a little bit of confidence. Hitting is such a mind game when it comes to baseball and softball. Usually if a player is in a slump, it's all in their head, and then they start trying to change up how you swing. You don't really want to change too much middle of the season. You just got to kind of get through it and mentally prepare yourself. It's okay if I don't get a base hit. It's okay if I get out here. And once you get out of it, it's a great feeling. As Coach Lubkin, a timeout on the field. It's a Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. Locally owned for 4 generations. Call them for water softening and purification, salt, reverse osmosis needs, and bottled water. That's Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton. And Coach Lupkin will now head back to her dugout, as now her team is facing a runner on with no outs. Ava Gerard grounded out to second in the first inning of play and looks for her first base hit. She has been really good as of late. She moved from one of the last two in the lineup to open the season to the second hitter, as Koletsky easily takes second here. Pitch was low and in the dirt, and as a catcher, that's tough. When that ball is thrown in the dirt when the player's already taken off, puts a lot of pressure on you. And Liv Johnson really not given any opportunity to try and make a throw in time. 2-0 now the count here for Ava Gerard. Has a player on second with Jocelyn Burns. In 7 pitches, we've seen 1 strike. Now 8 pitches and a 3-0 count for Ava Gerard. And again, you're probably looking at a hold count. If you can get 2 runners on and have Jocelyn Burns and Kyra Churchman at the plate, no outs, you're certainly looking good on the offensive side. And right back up the middle, off of Tennant's glove. Gerard is going to run that one out. We've got runners on first and third, as we'll count that as a base hit, as it was more of a reaction from Tennant. It did hit the glove, but again, that one feels like a reaction where she was unable to scoop it up cleanly. We'll credit Ava Gerard with a single on that one. Of course, mine are not the official stats. We'll see what it is credited when we're all said and done. Either way, Jocelyn Burns at the plate here. She's already got a base hit in this one. First and third situation for the Gazelles with no outs. And fakes the bunt, pulls back, and Gerard will take second. And you feel like that was the initial call. Fake the bunt and send the runner out to second. Now to work. Again, with Burns usually sitting on that called strike one, now faces no one. No harm, no foul. Next one comes in high, ball 1. Gazelles another opportunity here to score early in the game. Looking for win number 6. Spearfish looking for win number 3 and looking to get their second win in a row as they're coming off a win against Watertown, and it's fouled off right at Callie Koletsky, who has to hop over it. 1-2 now the count. One ball, 2 strikes here. Jocelyn Burns looking for base hit number 2 in the game. Has runners on second and third as Kyra Churchmo waits on deck. Taylor Tennant sends it in. Comes in high, ball 2. Again, Tennant with 2 walks, but both against Callie Koletsky. 2-2 the count here. Number 2 at the plate. And that one, a grounder over to third. The throw is going to go home, and they're going to say safe. Outrunning the throw at home is Callie Koletsky for the score. Ava Gerard over to third, and Jocelyn Burns reaches on the fielder's choice. If you put the ball in play, good things will happen. Another 1-3 situation, no outs, and again a timeout on the field as Kyra Churchman steps up to the plate. And during this timeout, we will step aside for Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break.
Midwest Insurance Agency values family. Our agency has been family-run for over 60 years. We pride ourselves on excellent, knowledgeable customer service. This day and age, everyone is so eager to have an immediate response with a quote. But at Midwest Insurance, we take our time and evaluate your assets and make sure you are properly insured. We take those what-ifs very seriously. As we continue on our family business with hopes of our children, Brooke or Jet, taking over in the future, we will continue to be there for you always. Come be a part of our family. Midwest Insurance Agency, 3016 Piper Street, Yankton.
I knew I should have had those brakes checked at Graham Tire. It's all about safety. Tire mounting, balancing, wheel alignment, and shocks and struts and batteries, oil changes, and lube service. Graham Tire does these every day. And there's over an acre of tires. Graham Tire has them all, big and small. Tires for cars, trucks, campers, trailers, big rigs, and tracks. Honesty and integrity is a matter of pride since 1951. Graham Tire, Yankton.
And back to the field here. Kyra Churchma has runners on first and third. Her team leads 4-0. A steal for second and a throw down to third. But Back safely in time is Ava Gerard as Burns will take second. I believe the pitch was called a ball. 1-0 the count here for Kyra Churchma. And the pitch just misses outside, ball 2. On deck, September Rao. And this string of hitters right now for Yankton, starting with Burns all the way to Isabel Sheldon, had 5 base hits in a row last inning. That one misses, ball 3. And that's why it almost feels like, even though they put up 3 runs in that first inning, feels like left a lot of meat on the bone there. 5 base hits in a row, not easy to do at any level as Churchma fouls it off. And Churchma, one of probably the few players who has the go on a 3-0 count. We've seen 4 pitches in this at-bat. It's either 2-2, and yep, it's not 3-0, so it is 2-2. As Churchma now having to protect the plate against Tennant and fouls one off here. Will stay the same on the count as Churchma 1 for 1 in the game. She's 4 for 4 in her last 4 at-bats. 3 singles, 1 home run. Looking to get some RBIs here, and a great opportunity with Gerard on third, Burns on second. Another 2-2 pitch as Churchma line drive into left field. It drops, and that's going to score 1 for Yankton here. An RBI single for Kyra Churchma. Yankton with a 5-0 lead. Burns advances to third. Churchma now 2 for 2 on first. As Yankton back-to-back innings with some runs scored, and September Rao at the plate. September saw 1 pitch and sent it right back up the middle, and this time is going to loft it high up into right center, and that will be caught. Taking off for home and scoring is Jocelyn Burns. It is a sac fly. It won't count against September Rao's batting average as Brooklyn King steps up to the plate. So a 6-0 lead for Yankton. Burns scores. Churchma stays on first. September Rao, a sacrifice fly, and Brooklyn King at the plate. 3 runs for Yankton off of 2 base hits in the game. And King will foul off the first one, 0-1 the count. Appreciate you tuning in here on Yankton streaming on YouTube. I'm Zach Spear, and it's been a fun season here for the Gazelles, looking to pick up win number 6 and then enter next game hot. That one off the glove at shortstop, and the throw is going to be an error over to first. Churchma's going to take off for third, and we've got our second error of the game, both belonging to Spearfish, as King will reach on the error, and then Churchma will take third on it. Isabel Sheldon now working at the plate. Yankton has put up 3 runs so far in both innings at the plate. Last inning had 5 base hits, only 2 so far in this one. Isabel Sheldon with runners on first and third, and I know I've said it every at bat, but she hits the ball hard, foul. That one nearly taking out Coach Blaha. That might result in some extra laps in practice. Madison Musfeldt awaits on deck. Brooklyn King on first. Churchma on third as Yankton looks for run number 4 here in this inning. They're up 6-0. Tennant with the pitch. That one comes in high, ball 1. Even up at a 1-1 count here as Sheldon also 1 for 1 in the game, looking for her second base hit. Yankton's put the ball in play often in this game. A swing and a miss there from Sheldon. Now the advantage for Taylor Tennant in the circle as she's got herself a 1-2 count. And scoreboard has been turned off here on the field, and an infield fly over to shortstop will be brought in for out number 2. And again, Yankton with 3 runs trying to add extra, but down to their final out here. Madison Musfeldt at the plate for the second time of the game. So last inning, Yankton batted all 9, right now on their 8th hitter of the inning. As Musfeldt has runners on first and third with 2 outs. She'll sit on the first pitch, ball 1. And with the power issue, seen the scoreboard off as A little scary, hoping we're not going to lose power. As of right now, we are sitting good. 1-0 the count here for Musfelt, now 2-0. Scoreboard back on here on the field. Nice to have our own here as well. That is brought to you by the Fox Stop of Yankton. Now the 2-0 finds the zone 2-1, and judging by the face Musfelt made, don't know if she necessarily agreed with that one. 2-1 the count here. Tennant winds up, fires it in, and Musfelt will ground it over to third, and that is fouled off. About an inch or two fouled. Otherwise, it was picked up cleanly and possibly a throw over to first from Olivia Lyons. Instead, we found ourselves with a 2-2 count here. Musfelt looking for some grass out in the outfield. 2-2 the count she faces. Now a full count here. Now there is one spot to put the hitter as we've got a 1-3 situation. Eliza Gurney on deck for Yankton. Musfelt at the plate, and she will be walked. Bases are loaded with 2 outs, and in back-to-back innings, all 9 will hit for Yankton. Eliza Gurney an opportunity as Churchman remains on third, King to second, and Madison Musfelt reaches off the walk. It's the third drawn walk for this Yankton offense so far. Eliza Gurney at the plate, her second at bat, and right down the middle, a called strike one. Eliza Gurney in the last game was 1 for 3 with a single. Looking for a base hit here. It would certainly score one, possibly a couple. She'll sit on that one. It comes across high, and a good hold. 1-1 the count here for Gurney. As again, a grounder over to second, and it's picked up cleanly, and again, the out will wrap up our second inning of action. Yankton will put up 3 runs off of 2 hits, no error, or 1 error in the field, and again, 3 left on base. After 2 innings of action, it is 6-0, the Yankton Gazelles lead.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Imagine working for a successful global business with customers in 140 countries. That's Vishay Intertechnology, a Fortune 1000 maker of electronic componentry. Now imagine a company of that size with that kind of stability and a caring family-like environment. Learn more about what you can do at Vishay by visiting VishayCareers.com. Vishay is an equal opportunity employer. Vishay, the DNA of tech.
And after 2 innings of action, it's 6-0. Yankton leads on our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. The Fox Stop at the corner of West City Limits Road and 30th Street, Yankton, a full-service convenience store with hot food, Godfather's Pizza, personal pizza, sandwiches, munchies, and beverages, pay at the pump gas and diesel fuel, firewood, and propane exchange. We'll also have them for our man on the street on Classic Hits 106.3, a chance for you to win some money, $106 to be exact on that. Leading things off here is Everly Whitlock for the Spartans. Caitlin Lyon awaits on deck with Chloe Wiswell in the hole. It's the 7, 8, 9 hitters as looking for that first runner are the Spartans here. And it's fouled off, 1-1 your count. Rao will trot over to pick it up at first. And back to Gary, she sends it. Whitlock facing a 1-1 count. Sits on a called strike, too, and Whitlock has been in left field here for the Spartans, as all of their outfielders are hitting coming up here this inning. The left fielder with Whitlock on deck, the center fielder, Caitlin Lyon, and in the hole, the right fielder, Chloe Wiswell. The 1-2, and it's good for strike 3. Reese Gary is humming today. No swing there from Everly Whitlock. It has been 7 hitters, 7 outs for the Spartans to open here for this Yankton defense, who is playing in the field well. Caitlin Lyon now at the plate here. 1 up, 1 down. That 1-1 scooped up out of the dirt by Churchma. One-0 the count here. And now 1-1. One ball, 1 strike here. Reese Gary working against Caitlin Lyon. Next one gets by, 2-1. Appreciate you tuning in here today on Yankton Streaming on YouTube. A big thank you to all of our Yankton Sportscaster Club members as well as our Element sponsors, as we would be unable to do these streams without you. We really do appreciate it. Swing and a miss there makes it a 2-2 count for Caitlin Lyon. So of all these businesses, you see the videos and the name mentions. If you know those businesses, give them a shout and maybe do some business with them as they support your Yankton athletics. The 2-2 comes across high from Gary, who is nearing her first walk of the game, trying to avoid it. A full count here with Caitlin Lyon at the plate. Needing a good pitch here is Gary. Sends it in and gets her swinging. Another strikeout for Reese Gary. She's up to 4 in the game. 4 strikeouts, no walks. You can't ask much more from her as Chloe Wiswell steps up to the plate, the 9th hitter in the lineup for Spearfish. The windup and the pitch misses outside, ball 1. Now, earlier in our pregame from yesterday, Coach Muth said there's a chance we might see some different players in one of these games. She said winning is, of course, the number one importance, but you might see some different players get in at bat appearance, and we've seen that once or twice here throughout the season with a couple of JV girls getting the call up to varsity. 1-1 your count here, 2 outs and no runners on. It's Chloe Wiswell at the plate. And that one a hard hit. It's a base hit. The first of the game for the Spartans. They've got a runner on. And the 9th hitter in the lineup gets things rolling for the Spartans, and it just might be the spark that they need to get rolling. It brings up to the top of the lineup now Liv Johnson to the plate. She works with 2 outs and 1 runner on first. Wiswell, a nice line drive, that one getting into left field. Yankton works with a runner on for the first time here as that one hits the outside part of the zone, 0-1 the count. On the count here. And a swing and a miss, 0-2 make it. Reese Gary looking for strikeout 5, just 3 innings in. Of course, Liv Johnson, a capable hitter. She leads things off for the Spartans, trying to get her first base hit and make things interesting here. And that one lobbed up towards first. It's just drifting around. Rao can't quite pull it in, and now struggling to pick it up in right field as runners will take second and third. It'll be an error. Not on the missed catch, but on the relays. That'll be base hit number 2 in the inning for the Spartans. Now runners on second and third with 2 outs. As Rosalind Dobson will step up to the plate and an opportunity here for the Spearfish Spartans. That one hits the zone, 0-1 the count. If Yankton can hold strong and avoid giving up any runs, you can overlook that error. But right now, needing to get this third out of the inning. 0-2 now the count as Dobson swung at it. Both the outs in this inning have come from Reese Gary off of strikeouts. She now faces an 0-2 count, and the pitch. Off speed is good for strike 3. Reese Gary handles business herself, gets all 3 in the inning, and that will wrap up our inning. No runs for the Spartans off of 2 hits, 1 error on the field, and 2 left on base. for Yankton for the third time here of this game already. Callie Koletsky will lead things off as we enter the bottom of the third inning of action.
There's a whole new world out there. It's called the off-road, and it's waiting to be explored in a Polaris. So gear up to make every moment count with the Polaris off-road vehicle. The new Polaris models are now available at Stockman's Motorsports in Yankton. No matter the weather, get ready to tackle all the trails. With machines like these, your world just gets bigger. Stop in at Stockman's Motorsports today to learn more about the epic new Polaris off-road lineup.
Doctors Lane, Reed, and Cole Swatsky make up the SWAT Chiropractic team. Check out their new location at 2000 Summit Street, Yankton, South Dakota. At SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, they'll treat your neck and back pain, headaches and migraines, plantar fasciitis, sciatica, sports injuries, elbow, knee, rotator cuff, nerve injuries, and more. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy. Let them get you ready for wherever life leads you. After 2.5 innings of action, it is 6-0 favoring the Yankton Gazelles, who are 5-9. Spearfish Spartans are 2-10 in this one, as Callie Koletsky again leads things off. Both innings at the plate. Yankton has hit all 9, and both times scoring 3 runs. Koletsky's been walked twice, and she'll do this one herself with a base hit and a single. As one pitch, one base hit. Yankton with their 8th hit already in the game. And Koletsky has reached for the 3rd time of the game. For her second hitter, Ava Gerard, no outs. Gerard 1 for 2, hit a single in her last at bat. And Gerard, a hard hit over to second, but it gets through into the outfield. Callie Koletsky's going to take off for home. There's not going to be a throw. And Gerard with an RBI double here for the Gazelles. They're up 7-0. And Callie Koletsky brings it all the way around. Ava Gerard on second with a double. Jocelyn Burns now batting. She's 1 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice in her last at bat. So Burns looking for a base hit and to keep the batters running here. 1-0 the count. Kyra Churchma on deck. Burns at the plate, lofts it up. That's going to be shallow right field. Could be trouble, and it's going to drop for a base hit. That one was just in an awkward space for the Spearfish defense. Ava Gerard over to third. Jocelyn Burns reaches off of her second base hit of the game. And now Kyra Churchma again with 2 runners on. No outs she works with. Churchma at the plate. September Rao on deck. It has been a successful day at the plates here for Yankton as that one lobbed up hard into left field, but it's going to be fouled off the bat of Churchma. So far, so good here for Yankton in this one, who leads 7-0. And currently working at the plates. Opportunity to score more. 10 base hits already for Yankton. They're on their 22nd hitter. A couple of walks. They're batting right around that 500. If you can bat 500 in a game, odds are you're probably going to win. That one, was it ticked or just a miss there? So 0-2 the count. Burns took second on the steal. And now I think the umps are maybe going to say it was ticked. They're going to say it's a foul ball. Nope, they're going to say she does take second. So since the catcher, Liv Johnson, caught it off of the tick, they will give her second. And unfortunately, Liv Johnson going to get punished for doing what she should have. And Churchma, that one lobbed up, and it will be caught at shortstop for the first out here of the inning. Brings up September Rao to the plate here. Rao is 1 for 1, had a sacrifice fly in her last at bat. She's got a couple RBIs in this game already, looking to add on to that total as Taylor Tennant continues firing away in the circle here for Spearfish. A hard-hit grounder is now a pickle for Burns on her way to third, and she'll be tagged out. September Rao gets the RBI, and that's only out number 2. Rao was going to head back in. All right, so Gerard is going to score. Burns is tagged out in the pickle for out number 2. Rao reaches on the fielder's choice, and Brooklyn King now batting with 2 outs and a runner on first. So Yankton an 8-0 lead. Every inning so far they've put up 3 runs. In this inning they've got 2 so far. Looking to add 1 more to keep it consistent. Brooklyn King here in this one, 1 for 2. Reached on a single as well as an error. Next one is inside for ball 2. King at the plate, Isabel Sheldon on deck, and now a throw down to second as Rao retreats back to first. Two on the count here for Brooklyn King. She's got a runner on first, 2 outs they face. And a hard hit, club into center field. Another base hit for this Gazelles offense. The bats are rolling here in this one for Yankton, and it's a huge part of their 8-0 lead as Isabel Sheldon now works with 2 runners on. Brooklyn King, another 2-hit game for her. Isabel Sheldon's 1 for 2 here. Has runners on first and second, 2 outs. Madison Musfelt awaits on deck, and the first pitch well high, ball 1. Yeah, this is Yankton's 7th hitter now in this inning of action. Swing and a miss there from Sheldon, now faces a 1-1 count against Taylor Tennant. The 1-1 pitch coming up. Tennant winds up, fires it in. It's fouled back, 1-2. Quite honestly, in this game, we have not had many foul balls at all. It's been a lot in the playing field here in Yankton with 11 base hits. The third inning not quite over, but a 1-2 count here for Isabel Sheldon. It's sent in, a swing and a miss. Tennant gets the strikeout, and that will wrap up our third inning of action. Tennant, her second strikeout of the game. Yankton with 2 runs off of 4 hits. No errors in the field, and that will be 2 left on base. Headed to our top of the 4th inning. Back at the plates are the Spartans.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Group's bedroom groups by Laguna and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
And it is the top of the 4th inning here. Yankton leads at 8-0. As leading off here will be Olivia Lyons here for the Spartans. For the Spartans, they got their first base hits and runners last inning, looking to build off of that here in the 4th inning of action. As Gary misses outside on that, 2-0 the count. 2-0 the count for Lyons here. Flew out to center field in her first at bat. And now faces a 3-0 count. Reese Gary in the circle here, working against Lions, has some work to do here. Has that one a line drive in and out of the glove. Burns somehow pulls it in. Jocelyn Burns, what a play as we watch the replay, brought to you by Yankton Winnelson, second generation, family owned and supporting the local community, including Yankton Athletics since 1981. Jocelyn Burns stuck her glove out, hits it in the air, and makes the diving effort on the second time around for out number 1. What a play. Abigail Fireeisen now at the plate. Back to Burns off of her glove, and, well, now this time it'll be an error, and you can't expect her to make every play. Used all the energy on the last one. Is now a base runner for the Spartans here, and at the plate is Venora Carlson. But again, what a play there from Jocelyn Burns at shortstop. Realistically could have 2 runners at now, as that one fouled off of the bat of Venora Carlson. Taylor Tennant awaits on deck, and Everly Whitlock in the hole. Next pitch coming up. Gary sends it in right back to Gary. She's going to send it down to second, and they'll reach. That is going to be error number 3 on Yankton, and now got something going are the Spartans here. That feels like one you just got to get it out there. As runners on first and second, a fresh count here. As the first pitch sent in for a strike as Taylor Tennant works at the plate. Grounded out to first in her first at bat here of the game. Now has runners on first and second, just one out, and Spearfish closing in on trying to get that first run across. They trail 8-0, and a slow dribbler over to third. Sheldon will pick it up, and the throw to first. An error. Spartans are going to score off of it. Yankton right now struggling in the field as we've got another error. Fireeisen will score. Venora Carlson over to third. And Taylor Tennant now in first. That is back-to-back-to-back errors here for Yankton. And Spearfish is on the board here. 8-1 the score. So the Spartans have something rolling here. And batting here will be Everly Whitlock at the plate. We've got a 1-3 situation. And running will be Lyric Swanson in place of Taylor Tennant at first. I always appreciate the umpires who let you know they don't need to, but it's always greatly appreciated. For the Gazelles, coming up later today, more softball action as they'll take on Sturgis Brown as a bunt attempt here, and no steal attempt for second. It's good for a strike, and Churchmo has popped up ready to fire down to second. Next one, low and inside, ball 1. That 1-3 situation with just one out, you got to be careful with that runner on third. It's one of the most practiced situations in baseball and softball. Ball 2, a throw down to second here, and another error is going to score another run for the Spartans. Right now, just things kind of spiraling out of control for the Gazelles, who pick up error number 4. Lyric Swanson in place of Taylor Tennant takes second off of the error. And then scoring off of that is Venora Carlson. It's 8-2 now. 4 errors in this inning here for Yankton. Up to 5 as over to Burns. The throw to first. It's a 6-3 put away. They get a much needed out. Whitlock grounds out. Caitlin Lyon now at the plate as a runner on third. And 2 out she faces. Coming up after this half inning of action, we've got our mid-game stat breakdown that'll be brought to you by Grassland Heating and Cooling. Is that one fouled off? Oh, on the count here as Gary gets her swinging and missing. 0-2 the count on the off speed there. Couldn't tell if it was a changeup or a curveball from here, but either way, got Lyon swinging, and Gary trying to take this final out herself. She's up to 5 strikeouts in the game and sends it just a little high, but not a bad miss at all. One ball, 2 strikes here. Reese Gary working against Caitlin Lyon, sends it in low for ball 2. Two and two the count here as Lyon working against Reese Gary in the count here. A swing and a miss. Gary will get out number 3, and this inning of action will wrap up here as Gary takes the final one herself, as now it's time for your mid-game stat breakdown brought to you by Grassland Heating and Cooling, your local Bosch home comfort dealer. Welcome to the family. In that one, Spearfish put up 2 runs off of no hits, 4 errors in the field, and 1 left on base. In the games, the Spartans with 2 runs off of 2 hits. They've had 2 errors in the field and have left 3 on base with their 2-10 record. For Yankton, 8 runs put up off of 11 hits. They have 5 errors in the field and have left 8 on base. They've got a 5-9 record. Coming up here now is the bottom half of the 4th inning for Yankton. To lead us off here will be Madison Musfelt, who is batting 8th in the lineup here for this one for the Gazelles. We'll just keep it here, as again, your mid-game stat breakdown brought to you by Grassland Heating and Cooling, as it is now the bottom half of the 4th inning, but Yankton feel like they've got some runs to get back now after they held an 8-0 lead, gave up 2 runs off of 4 errors in the field, and would love to get some of those right back. Madison Musfelt leading us off. She was walked in her 2nd at-bat, her last appearance at the plate, and sits on a called strike 1. 0-1 the count here. Musfelt facing the 0-1 count here, and a swing and a miss makes it 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs, and no runners on. Eliza Gurney awaits on deck. It's Madison Musfelt at the plate. And a swing and a miss. She'll go down with a strikeout as Tennant picks up her 3rd. So the Spartans got a little energy building here in this one, and Eliza Gurney will step up to the plate. She looks for her first base hit of the game, as awaiting on deck is Callie Koletsky. And Gurney right back over to second again, bounces off, and Gurney outruns it and reaches on the error. So I've said error a few times here now in this game. We are up to 8 errors in the game, but a base runner now for Yankton with the top of the lineup, Callie Koletsky at the plate. Again, Yankton probably feeling like they'd like to get some of those runs back after giving up a couple to the Spartans. Koletsky, 1 for 1 as well as 2 walks as she fouls that one up, back out of play it goes. 0-1 the count for Callie. It's been a very good game, and again, as I kind of mentioned, if you get a couple of walks, then all of a sudden you build some confidence at the plate, and, well, got a base hit right after that. Sits on that one, a called ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a runner on first. Callie Koletsky at the plate with Ava Gerard on deck. Eliza Gurney remains on first. We get a throw down to first, and Gurney will reach back safely. After this game, we'll have Yankton against Sturgis Brown, and we'll have coverage here on both the JV and varsity. For JV, we will have the camera rolling Now, it won't be play-by-play as I'll be trying to get prepared for the upcoming varsity game. But either way, happy to have some live video coverage for the JV girls who put in a lot of work throughout the season. 3-1 count now here, a hitter's count for Koletsky. And she will be walked for the third time now of the game. 2 runners on for Ava Gerard. As the top of the lineup here for Yankton has batted in every single inning. And Yankton only 8 runs off of that, though. They have left 8 on base through the first 3 innings at the plate. Ava Gerard now with runners on first and second. As she'll take ball 1. Runners on first and second for Gerard, who's 2 for 3. Now facing a 2-0 count as Taylor Tennant continues in the circle here for Spearfish. 2-0 your count here. And Gerard gets her third base hit of the game. Gurney's going to round third, and the ball was bobbled in right field. It'll be an RBI single. And then Gerard reaches second off the error in the field. Koletsky over to third. Gurney scored. Yankton has scored in every at-bat here so far in the game. Runners now on second and third. As Jocelyn Burns now here will take to the plate. And we do have a pitching change as we'll step aside, and when we return, we'll have all the updates on who's playing where for Spearfish.
Craving something boss-level delicious? Come out to Boss Pizza and Chicken, where flavor meets delicious and delicious meets drooling. Your taste buds won't be the same when you taste the bold flavors of Boss Pizza and Chicken. From crispy chicken to juicy burgers to handcrafted specialty pizzas, Boss has it all. Serving lunch and dinner Monday through Sunday starting at 11 o'clock. That's why they're the boss. Boss Pizza and Chicken, just waiting to crush your cravings.
MT and RC Smith Insurance has been a part of the Yankton community since 1949. Our agency would love to help you with your home, auto, business, life, and long-term care insurance needs.
We take pride in providing you with quality service when you have a claim or need to make changes to your coverage.
The MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency is flexible to meet with you in person or at the office at 204 West 4th Street. Give them a call for insurance changes, payments, claims, or service requests.
Les Schwab Tires, located at 2809 Broadway in Yankton. It's the place to buy tires with all different tread types to fit your needs and rims ready to make your vehicle shine. Not only do they sell tires, they fix them too. Flats, brakes, alignments, and more. You can feel confident that your car will be taken care of. No waiting for your tires, they should have them in stock. If you're looking for tractor or semi-tires, those are available too. Les Schwab Tires, where the sign says it all.
Authentic Mexican food goods with the family touch is here in Yankton at Angela's Mexican Store. From fresh produce and meats to the spices and the snacks you miss from home. Traveling or just moved? No problem. They accept money from many different countries. Check out the different kinds of money on the wall. Family owned, family loved. They treat you like family. Angela's Mexican Store, where culture meets community. Stop in today.
And returning back to the field as we've got a slew of changes here for Spearfish. So, entering the game for the left fielder, Everly Whitlock is now not playing. She was in left field. Coming in her place is number 16, Kinsley Carlson. She's now in the circle, pitching. The former pitcher, Taylor Tennant, has moved over to third. Olivia Lyons, who was at third, is now catching. And the catcher, Liv Johnson, has now been moved out to left field. So Jocelyn Burns will be the first batter to face off against Kinsley Carlson at the plate. As we've got all of our bearings straight, a big thank you to a Spearfish fan in the crowd who came over and offered to say, do you need all the changes? And was greatly appreciated here as third to catcher, catcher to left field, pitcher to third, and a new player entering. It's not easy to keep track of all that. So Jocelyn Burns looking for another base hit here and now faces a 2-1 count after that pitch. She's 2 for 3 in this game and has runners on second and third. Her team leads 9-2. On deck awaits Kyra Churchma. And that one in the dirt for ball 3. So Kinsley Carlson pitching now for the Spartans has been put in a little bit of a tricky situation here, with a couple of runners on and just one out. Jocelyn Burns now faces a 3-1 count. And Burns will be walked. Bases are loaded with just one out. The cleanup hitter and Kyra Churchma to the plate. Bases are loaded here. First pitch comes in low, ball 1. Now after a walk and a seen ball 1, got to be a little picky at the plate till you get one called on you, or if it's perfect. 1-0 the count. Now 2-0, pitch gets by, runners will take off, and scoring are the Gazelles. Kelly took about no time to get home as Yankton puts up run number 10 in the game. You just got a feel for that ball gets by, Koletsky scoring. Churchman now faces a 2-0 count. On deck awaits September Rao, now runners on second and third. As Churchma lofts it up in an opportunity here. It's in and out of the glove. New life here for Churchma, as that one was halfway caught for Olivia Lyons, who now in catching for the Spartans. And you feel like for Yankton, you got to take advantage of this for Churchma. They've scored multiple runs in each at bat this game so far. As Churchma lines it right to shortstop, and it is caught for out number 2. Great contact for Churchma, unfortunately. Good defense by the Spartans, and just waiting for it there was Venora Carlson. September Rao will step up to the plate. She's got runners on second and third with 2 outs she faces. Rao looking for another base hit, swings at that one. Little high, and yeah, September, she knows she should not have swung at that one, but you know, sometimes as a hitter, you want to swing at those high ones because sometimes you can launch them. Rao now faces an 0-1 count, swings at, that was a good one. That was a good one to swing at. 0-2 now the count. The Spartans feeling like if they can keep it 10-2 heading into the 5th inning, they've got an opportunity. Their bats have started coming to life here. 0-2 now the count for September Rao, and Carlson wanted to see if she could get her on another one of those, and Rao's just laughing about it at the plate. 1-2 the count. Opportunity for more runs here for Yankton with runners on second and third, but they need a base hit here. That one low in the dirt, ball 2, as Brooklyn King awaits on deck. Kinsley Carlson trying to get her team out of this. Yankton's put up 2 runs in this inning. Another high one, count. I had count at 2-2. Now it's 3-2 as Rao's going to have to trot back to the plate as she's not quite taken first yet. She thought maybe she could get away with that one. And you know, Rao's probably never laughed so much while at the plate in her career until this at bat. Now we'll run it up with a 3-2 count as Brooklyn King awaits on deck. And Rao, a grounder over to shortstop. She'll try to run it out. A nice stretch at first for out number 3, and that wraps up the 4th inning of action. for Yankton in that one. 2 runs scored off of just 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 left on base yet again here. As we're headed to our 5th inning of action, the Spartans a chance to gain some runs on the Gazelles here. Leading things off will be their 9th hitter in the lineup, Chloe Wiswell, when we return here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
The Bonesetter Chiropractic, Yankton. I'm Dr. TJ Stotz. When you need chiropractic, we're here. We use a hands-on approach, decompression traction, electrical stimulation, acupuncture, and state-of-the-art examination techniques. We're happy to offer exercise and supplement advice as well. The Bonesetter Chiropractic, 215 Mulberry, Suite 9, Yankton. Call or text 605-401-5701. Bringing you comfort when there's discomfort.
Triple Time Rudy's on the corner of 16th and Broadway, Yankton. Stop in and check out their wide variety of items. Grab some snacks, whether you want chips, popcorn, or something sweet, they have it. Ice cold beverages, or when you need that boost in the morning, coffee. You can also grab the best locally produced meats, meat sticks, and cheeses in the area, guaranteed fresh. For those hot days, grab a freezy too. Get all your car needs and 5 cents off a gallon when using cash. All at Triple Time Rudy's, Yankton.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
And in the top half of the 5th, we do have another substitution here, as Yankton will now have Brenna Elwood in the circle, a straight swap for Reese Gary. So Gary was not hitting, so it makes the substitution a little bit easier, and Elwood will hit Chloe Wiswell and put her to first with a bean. And this is exactly what Spearfish needs. You know, they've kind of hung around. They've let it not get too out of hand. They're down 8 runs. But, you know, if you keep it, as long as you keep it within 10 in the 5th inning, you're not out of the game. And that brings up the top of the lineup and Liv Johnson here for the Spartans. So runner on first with no outs is, again, Spearfish. Seems like every inning at the plate, things have just gotten a little bit better. Elwood finds a zone on that one. Strike one, 0-1 the count. Gary will end her day a very impressive 4 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, no walks, gave up 2 runs, but both of which were unearned. Elwood zips that one outside. One and one the count here. Yankton looking to get an out and send it here as a swing and a miss there. Liv Johnson takes a cut at a high pitch. And, you know, maybe you see that short fence and you're thinking, if I get my bat on one of these higher ones, it's gone. It's out of here. 1-2 the count. And a swing and a miss. Elwood gets her first strikeout of the game. Good job, Brenna Elwood, every time she's gotten in relief for Gary, has done a nice job. As it's a very young pitching staff here for this Yankton Gazelles team. And you think maybe can add in Daly Hughes to that next year. And that's a pretty good pitching staff as everyone gets another year of experience. And right now, Elwood finding her rhythm. A swing and a miss from Rosalind Dobson. And low and inside there. 1-1 the count again. Chloe Wiswell remains on first here for the Spartans. Next pitch comes across high as awaiting on deck is the catcher, Olivia Lyons. That one inside as well, ball 3. So the Spartans have not gotten a walk here yet in the game. Now a 3-1 count and an opportunity for a couple of runners. Elwood sends it in, finds the zone, makes the count full, 3-2. A payoff pitch with 1 out coming up. Elwood did pitch in the JV game yesterday, came in relief of Emma Sloan. Pitched a couple of innings, did a nice job in that one. As that one just misses outside, and Spearfish gets their first walk of the game. Chloe Wiswell reaches second. Rosalind Dobson now on first with the walk. And Olivia Lyons to the plate here for the Spartans. Again, you can make things interesting here on the field. You're down 8, but just chipping away at the lead. We'll see how they play it here. That one comes in high, ball 1. As that one sent high up into shallow right field. Could be trouble, but Gurney pulls it in for out number 2. Gurney had to make up some ground there as it was hit just beyond second base and pretty much right around the lip of the outfield. And that is caught for out number 2 with Abigail Fireeyes and now at the plate. Fireeyes in now. Hard hit grounder. It's picked up by Burns, and she'll get the runner at third. And Yankton escapes that one without giving up any runs. That will wrap up our top half of the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for the Spartans. Yankton now an opportunity to close out this game. It is a 10-run rule after 5. They currently lead 8. In every inning at the plate, they have put up 2 or more runs. Leading off when we return will be Brooklyn King for Yankton.
At Anytime Fitness Yankton, your fitness journey starts with one step, and Anytime Fitness will be with you every step of the way. Open 24 hours a day with top-of-the-line equipment and guidance you need to reach your goals. Plus, your membership gives you access to every Anytime Fitness gym anywhere. No matter your goals, no matter the time, you belong at Anytime Fitness Yankton. Located at 2509 Fox Run Parkway. Start today at Anytime Fitness, where your fitness journey never stops.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
Bottom of the 5th inning here. Yankton at the plate. They've got an 8-run lead again. You kind of start eyeballing around that 10-run rule because Yankton's put up 2 runs in every inning at the plate. The first 2 innings put up 3 apiece, and then the 3rd and 4th put up 2 in each. 2 runs here would just wrap this game up. Brooklyn King at the plate here. On deck is Isabel Sheldon with Madison Musfelt in the hole. First pitch is high, ball 1. "12 base hits in this one for Yankton already. As King, a swing and a miss there. Looked like an off-speed out of the hands of Kinsley Carlson, who is taken in relief for Taylor Tennant in the circle. Next one is low and inside, 2-1 now your count. King is 2 for 3 in this game. It's been a nice game so far. Looking for her 3rd hit of the game. That would be her 2nd 3-hit game of the season, if she can get one. Fouls it off. It's out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. 2-2 the count here at the plate. Brooklyn King works. Sheldon waits on deck. It's Kinsley Carlson pitching away here for Spearfish, and she'll get the strikeout. Going down swinging is King as Carlson. Her first strikeout of the game. And Isabel Sheldon now works against 1 out, no runners on. Spartans need a good defensive effort here in the bottom of the 5th. As Sheldon fouls off the first one, 0-1 the count. After this, we'll see about a possible post-game interview with head coach Jill Muth or not. No worries if not. As she's been busy here. And that one low and inside. 1-1 the count with an out. So we'll see what the First Dakota National Bank post-game show looks like. We'll also have, of course, our Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton hot hitter of the game. And lots of options for it here for Yankton as this one fouled off of the bat of Sheldon, now facing a 1-2 count. Sheldon had her first at bat, a base hit. Looking for hit number 2 in her 4th appearance at the plate. Sheldon batting, Madison Musfelt on deck. And Sheldon another foul ball. Fights in there with 2 strikes on her. One and 2 your count here. Sheldon at the plate here working against Carlson. That one way high, ball 2. Sheldon with the 2-2 pitch. That one lofted high up deep into left field, going back, and that one is out of here. Isabel Sheldon, a 1-run shot into left field. It's a home run for Yankton. We had one last night. We've got another here today as Sheldon will touch all 4. 1 run off of 1 hit here in the bottom of the 5th. It's 11-2. Yankton needs 1 more to close this game out. Well, I kept saying she hits the ball hard and usually foul. This time, it's out of here in left field. Now Madison Musfelt at the plate here. Works against 1 out, no runners on. And tries putting down the bunt. It's going to be fouled off down the third base line, and she'll have to trot back to home. "13 base hits for Yankton. They are on their 4th time through the lineup. 11-2 they lead. Musfelt at the plate. And that one comes across high, 1-1 the count. And Mitchell here in Cadwell Park, a little shorter of a field. It was just about time for a home run here. That one, though, from Sheldon was a good 15 to 20 feet or further than the fence. Just made great contact as that one is low, ball 2. That, by the way, was Sheldon's second hit of the game. Musfelt looking for her first, was walked earlier in the game. Faces a 2-1 count here against Kinsley Carlson. As that one comes in high again. And Eliza Gurney will not be on deck. It will be Olivia Puck for her first at-bat of the game. The 3-1 here, and it's ball 4. Musfelt will take a walk, and now that is the game-winning run on first for the Gazelles with Madison Musfelt as Olivia Puck in for the first time here to hit. Callie Koletsky on deck. Olivia Puck at the plate. That is Carlson's first walk in the game. Olivia Puck standing in place of Gurney. Her first at bat of the game has a runner on first, 1 out. Yankton leads 9, and it's the bottom of the 5th. If Madison Musfelt comes all the way across home, that will wrap up our game here today. Puck has now seen a strike, 0-1. Yankton should hang on for the win. It'll be their 6th of the season. Spearfish looking for a comeback to pick up their 3rd. That one high, ball 2. Or ball 1, excuse me. We've got a 1-1 count. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Olivia Puck at the plate here for the Gazelles. And now faces a 2-1 count. And that one low and inside just by a hair. Didn't miss by much, but enough to be ball 3 as Puck facing a 3-1 count here. Carlson just walked the last batter, and it was the first of the game for her as she tries to avoid her 2nd in a row. As that one, a good one. Count is now full for Olivia Puck. Three balls, 2 strikes, a payoff pitch here. Carlson, and it's low, ball 4. 2 runners on now here for Yankton. Olivia Puck is walked in her lone at bat of the game, and it's the top of the lineup here hitting for Yankton. Callie Koletsky up to the plate, her 5th time. She has batted in every single inning so far. Musfeld advances to 2nd. Now on first is Puck. And Koletsky sits on a called ball 1. She is 1 for 1 in her 4 plate appearances. 3 walks, and she hit a single in the 3rd inning. Again, in the 5th inning, it's her 5th time batting. She now faces a 2-0 count. A walk would load the bases, and Yankton would just need to bring across 1 for the win. Ava Gerard is on deck here for Yankton. And Koletsky has now seen a strike, 2-1 the count. Koletsky with the 2-1 count here. And a swing and a miss now makes it 2-2. Yankton has scored in every inning at the plate. This is so far the only inning where they have not put up multiple runs. Another run would wrap up the game, 2-2 the count here. Kinsley Carlson in the circle working against Callie Koletsky. 1 out, runners on first and 2nd here. And now count is full. Another payoff pitch coming up for Kinsley Carlson. Koletsky either walked, struck out, or a base hit within this pitch, right? Well, foul ball, of course, and it will be ball 4. Bases are loaded with just 1 out. Yankton inches closer and closer to a victory here on the field after 3 straight walks here on the field. And Coach Lubkin is going to throw in a sub as a new pitcher is going to take over, as it looks like number 4, which is Everly Whitlock here. Kinsley Carlson will wrap up her day. Everly Whitlock in the circle as we step aside and get everything straightened out.
Stunning flowers from Pied Piper are the finishing touch on your most perfect wedding day. We are your full-service florist with the experience and knowledge to design the perfect wedding flowers, sure to make all your wedding flower dreams come true. Brides, bridesmaids, boutonnieres, corsages, ceremony reception, and all event work are our specialty. Your style, your day, your vision. Pied Piper Flowers makes it happen. Pied Piper Flowers, your wedding florist.
Hi, it's Linda. Welcome to my store located at 1101 Broadway in Yankton. The spring and summer clothes are in for the ladies, sizes 4 through 20. Update your closet with the newest fashions and some jewelry. The kids department, sizes 2 to 8, has Under Armour and Mayoro and others. I have baptism gowns and baby clothes 0 to 24 months. Stop in and look around. Gift certificates are available anytime.
And back onto the field here, as it looks like we're going to have a new hitter with bases loaded, 1 out, and I believe it's Isabel Gurney will bat here at the varsity level. As pitching now for the Spartans, number 4, Everly Whitlock came in from left field. Well, she was in left field, then was on the bench for a couple innings, and now back in, re-entered in place of Kinsley Carlson. So Everly Whitlock put in a tough situation. Bases loaded with 1 out, as at the plate is Isabel Gurney. On deck is Brooke Devine. Both will get their first at-bats here in this game. And we did get all of the graphics transferred. Every player should have a graphic from here on out. 1 out, Isabel Gurney, her first time batting here on the year, as she launches that one deep. Get out of here, ball. It's a walk-off grand slam. Isabel Gurney, her 1 at-bat at the varsity level, sends that one out of here. That's ball game. Isabel Gurney, what a time for a grand slam. That was a no-doubter off of the bat of Isabel Gurney, her first varsity at bat of the season, and just sends that one 30 feet over left field's fence. See you later. That wraps up this one. 15-2, your final score. My goodness, you don't get a much better finish than that one. We've got some great final stats coming up here. We'll step aside to get all of those numbers tallied up. And when we return those stats, your Kaiser Heating and Cooling hot hitter of the game, and possibly a interview with a coach after.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family. We have an experienced and caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments. We take pride in educating our patients. Whether you need fillings, crowns or bridges, dental implants, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox, come visit us at 1818 Broadway Avenue. And remember, we take care of the entire family.
Hi, I'm Franny Kiefer with the Yankton School District Alumni Association. We strive to create a community of alumni and friends who support extracurricular and educational opportunities in the Yankton School District through scholarships, grants, innovative education opportunities, and staff appreciation. With us, you will keep connected to a community of Yankton School District alumni and friends all over. You can help continue to pay it forward and help future graduates. Register today at the Yankton School District Alumni Association website.
Yankton Rexall in the Meridian District, Yankton, for all your gifts and decor needs. It's the only place in town to find both Hallmark ornaments and cards for any occasion. They also have Willow Tree and Precious Moments collectibles, the perfect anniversary and wedding gifts, nativity scenes, Watkins products, and single $1 chocolates. The Yankton Rexall Pharmacy for all your prescription needs. Yankton Rexall at the corner of 3rd and Douglas, downtown Yankton.
And back to the field, your final score, 15-2. The Yankton Gazelles come up with a win and pick up their 6th victory of the season off of a walk-off home run off the bat of Isabel Gurney. You can't make it up. What a way to end the game, her first time batting on the year. Your final stats in this one, Kelly Koletsky 1 for 1 at the plate in 5 plate appearances, 4 walks and a single. Ava Gerard went 3 for 4 with 2 singles and a double. Isabel Gurney, of course, 1 for 1. It was a grand slam. Jocelyn Burns went 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Kyra Churchman was 2 for 4 with 2 singles. September Rao went 1 for 3 with a single as well as a sacrifice fly to score a run. Brooklyn King went 2 for 4 in that one, and she had 2 singles in the game. Isabel Sheldon went 2 for 4 with a single and a home run. Madison Musfelt 0 for 2, but did draw 2 walks. And Eliza Gurney 0 for 3 at the plate. Olivia Puck 0 for 0 with a walk here, as we've got a couple of players here to chat with us in our post game. As who wants to go first? As Isabel Gurney has been nominated, as these two are going to be our co-Kaiser Heating and Cooling hot hitters of the game. Yankton's original and most trusted heating and cooling professionals for over 76 years. Kaiser Heating and Cooling, 808 West 23rd Street of Yankton. We've got Isabel Gurney and Isabel Sheldon over here to chat. Both of you launched one over the fence in left field. And Gurney, that is, correct me if I'm wrong, your first at bat at the varsity level this year?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. And here I'm going to ask if you put that right up to your mouth. And what a way to your first at bat, you send it over. What are you feeling like right now?
Very ecstatic, like a lot of adrenaline.
A lot of adrenaline.
A lot.
And bases loaded, you come into it, there's only one out. You know, what was going through your head before you get this first at bat of the year?
I was just thinking, just like bring them home in the game, like.
And do
just
it in
get
fashion?
It done. Yeah.
Right? And how's it feel to get a win here today?
Great, amazing.
And now after that, you're gonna give Coach Muth a little slack about maybe a few more at bats coming up right here.
Oh yeah.
Muth is standing behind here, giving me a look right now. Congrats on the win. And as a radio station, I always like to ask, what is a band or artist that you love listening to? Nothing in particular. What kind of music? What kind of music do you listen to?
Pop.
Pop, just anything.
Yeah.
You just throw it on and let it go, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, great hit. That one, we were just joking here. That one's probably still flying somewhere out in left field. That one was a no-doubter. Congrats on the win. Congrats on the walk-off grand slam. Not many players can say they've done that. So appreciate you coming and talking. And now we'll talk with Isabel Sheldon, who had the other home run in the game. And Sheldon, walk me through that at bat when you sent it over the fence.
You know, it was different pitching than we've seen before, so we just had to go in there confident and know that we can make contact with the pitcher. And so once I got that pitch, I was like, yep, this is my pitch.
And Sheldon, you've been hitting a lot really hard. Unfortunately, I've been going foul a lot lately. How's it feel to finally get one to stay straight and get out of here?
It feels really good because I had a good one yesterday that just went foul, and so I knew it was about time for me to hit one. So it felt good.
And at third base, making a couple of plays there. Is that your natural position, or?
It's not. My natural position is catching, but I go wherever I can to help the team. So being at third, I'm just there to do what I need to for the team.
And your team came up with a victory here. What worked well for everyone?
The pitching was really good. Reese did really good pitching, and we all worked together, staying positive, even when we were doing had some bad throws or some errors. We stayed in it and got through the inning.
All right, well, appreciate it. Congratulations to you on the home run as well and on the victory, and appreciate both of you coming to chat with me.
Thank you.
Again, that was Isabel Sheldon and Isabel Gurney here on our First Go to National Bank postgame show, and we do have head coach Jill Muth. Jill, great to see you here at the field, and what a win for your team, and what a way to end it. That maybe one of the most fun games we've seen all season long.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked all season long about our girls can hit the ball. You know, and I think we put that on display today for sure. You know, what do we had for hits? Did you count them?
We have got 14 base hits. I've tallied that.
Yeah, 14 base hits in 5 innings. That's, you know, pretty good. And I would imagine there were a handful of walks in there as well. So I thought our girls did a fantastic job of swinging at good pitches and putting the ball in play and hitting it hard.
And now I got to do some quick math here. So Gary in the circle against Vermilion, all 7 innings, then 6 innings last night. That's 13. She had 17 innings pitched here this week. And do you know how many walks? Do you know how many walks she's had in those? 2.
Awesome. I did not know that. That was the next thing we were going to talk about was Reese, and you know, when we hit the ball, but Reese really pitched well for us, and she's been really in a groove. So it's fun to see her get going and the team rally behind her, and things are just always a little better if we can keep those free passes off the base.
And, you know, how happy, excited does it make you as a coach? You give a JV player a shot, her first time at the plate, bases loaded, what a huge part. And she just absolutely rocks it over left field fence.
Yeah, you know, I walked up there and said, hey, take a deep breath and go have fun, you know, and
I'd say she had some fun.
I think she did it, yeah.
All right, and then, of course, coming up, you've got another game, your third in 2 days here. Sturgis Brown, first up JV, and then varsity right after. What are your thoughts, and what would you like to see in this upcoming one?
Yeah, I mean, I just think a lot of the same. You know, if we can continue to make the good defensive plays and find the way to put the ball and play hard, we're going to be in good shape.
All right, well, appreciate the time here, Coach, and good luck in these upcoming games as well.
All right, thank you, sir.
Again, that was head coach Jill Muth here on our First Dakota National Bank postgame show, and that about wraps it up here. We are going to quick wrap this one up, and then coming up we have got JV and varsity coming up here for the Sturgis Brown game. We'll go live, and we'll have the camera running for JV as I prep and get ready for the varsity game, and then back to it for varsity. It's all coming up on Yankton streaming on YouTube. Appreciate you tuning in here today.
This has been a presentation of Yankton High School Softball on Yankton Streaming on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in, and join us next time for all the action.